Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in Anfalas, ready to continue our quests. We need to make for... my god, I always forget the name. Lond Cirion, yeah. But first, there are a couple quests for us in here, in Barad Faen, so let's check.
We will do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Ever since the war, the lands have been emptied of our most seasoned and hardy folk. Guard duties have been delegated to garrisons mostly made up of new recruits with barely any field experience. Lond Cirion to the west of here remains harried by straggler coursers in Khâsap. They revolt and encroach further towards Warden. Would you help them by repelling the coursers? And this one?
I welcome your aid.
Good traveler, I hope I find you well. I am looking for someone to check on my traveling companions. With all of the commotion here in Barad Faen and the animals in the area becoming more agitated, we had to find intermediate shelter. Barad Faen lacks the necessities we need. Could you find Loingil in Ehatlandir and lend your aid to our travels? Alright. I saw 4 quest rings in here. Last time I remember 4 quest rings. Is this an anchoring? Well, cultist or whatever?
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
You can help. Yes, you can. My search for this cursed child has ended. They are here to bring eternal ruin to Anfalas. The prosperity of the Langstrand is in your hands. Every single huntsman I have sent to end this imminent doom upon us has not returned, but I see you. You look very capable. You look at the stranger with elevated skepticism. Please, time is of the essence. The trail ends here among the bluffs of Anfalas to the southwest. Okay, that's kinda weird, but we'll see.
What happened here, you ask? I'd like to know myself. Our men, fallen in war. Our shores given to the want of corsairs. Land, bridge, and dwelling, ravaged by hatred and time. I'm used to all of that. But the sudden end of a man in the middle of the road, so close to home. A dark foreboding indeed.
With no sight of corsair, ship, or pillaging. A dark foreboding indeed. More so than what has wrought this land for as long as I can remember. Perhaps you can find what I could not. The clothes are stained with a green ichor. The stench is foul. Oh.
You found the victim's clothes, stained in a green ichor. That seems to line up with what I found as well. It has a foul odor to it also. You should investigate amongst the townfolk and see if anyone has seen this substance before.
I think I have, but let me confirm my suspicions.
Drafts are fermenting and treating injuries.
I cannot say such a substance comes from here. The substance is foreign to Barad Faen.
Anything suspicious to report? Why, of course! All manner of foul play is afoot!
Corsairs are here in the shores. Animals are pestering our foragers. Well, there is one person I do not recognize here, and they seem very anxious. I can tell you where to find them, but if they look out of place and disturbed, chances are you have found your quarry. Look for someone who is anxious and puzzled.
I've done nothing wrong. I was just passing through. On my way to Lond Cirion, I was. My wagon was hijacked just up the road before arriving here.
A foul-smelling substance? Of course, the person who hijacked my wagon reeked of it. I ended up here a day later to find my wagon abandoned on the town's western exit. Surely you will find more of that wretched substance. Look for his abandoned wagon. Yeah. Wasn't that far. Huh. You found a shard of glass stained with ichor.
This shard of glass is intriguing. It is familiar to me. Rather, I've heard of this before.
Come with me. Let us discuss this away from prying eyes. You know what we're talking about in here, right? Once again, we still need to confirm our suspicions, but there is more to discuss.
This ichor, it is grotesque and foul in smell. A certain result of fell experiments. Now, I've only heard rumors of such a thing. Ghastly abominations roaming the halls of Khan Doom.
Of course, I have no experience with this, but my friend was so curious about the depths of that place he decided to venture there. Torvendor was his name. I can only assume that whatever lay waiting in those holes has now found its way here to us. I have a new lead. One of the townsfolk spotted a suspicious figure running off towards the western road at night. See if you can pick up their trail and follow it to whatever ends. I'll be here. Yeah, exactly. So we have picked up, rather, the trail of the Bile of Ifrinn and Indagir. And who knows if this one will lead us to the culprit. I think Indagir is gonna give us the slip once again. The trail seems to follow the road west. Keep going. Should I? A vile trail of bile, yeah. Love that name. And that is of course what we're after. These sharp matches. Keep following the road west. I also gotta admit, I wasn't expecting to pick up the trail of the Indagir in here. This is an unfortunate turn of events. Someone died, but we are one step closer to catching Indagir, so that's gotta be worth something. This chart is smaller. The trail keeps going. Please don't tell me this trail goes all the way to Lond Cirion, because that would suck. I still have a couple quests to complete before I go there. What about this one? The smell is more foul on this. It continues west. This chart is quite large. The end is near. The trail veers into the trees to a campsite. I see it. You have been spotted. By whom? He was wearing a unique sash. Okay, we gotta bring that to Hadorion. Oh, and there's another quest in here. Cool.
Beware the servants of the enemy.
I suspected as much on the way up from Melgovas. Hello, stranger. The creaks from my wagon worried me. I was not confident I could make it Yaffle, much less meet my traveling companions up on the ridge. I have found a culprit. The spokes are about to give. Could you perhaps aid me? I couldn't find a suitable spare wheel in Barad Faen, but I am almost certain there exists one in Lond Cirion. Would you be so kind as to fetch me a spare wheel? Yeah, sure, I can help you with that, but I'm not going to Lond Cirion yet if you don't mind waiting. I can certainly do that. We have discovered Indagir. Ah, Loengil. Awesome.
Yes.
Ah, so Silivit sends you to check on us. So she does care after all. We're doing quite well, actually. We've set up camp and are currently waiting for our companion to fix their wagon before progressing on our journey to Yap. Actually, there is something with which we could use assistance if you're able.
Have you a moment?
We find ourselves at a crossroads, quite literally. My companions and I were on our way to Yaffle when one of our own expressed concern over their wagon. Naturally, we set up camps here so we could address our concerns before moving forward. Our scouts tell of a menace of local fauna that could present trouble for our party. You look as though you are handy with steel. Could you perhaps do us a courtesy and clear a path for us? Okay, so defeat Knickerbreakers and defeat Lynx. All that seems good. Well, good and all, but we also gotta track some coursers as well. So let me do that first. It's a shame that we need to defeat the Lynx and the Knickerbreakers at the precise locations this quest wants, otherwise this would be very easy to advance. Not the case today, but well, it is what it is once again. We also gotta bring news about the vial to Hadorion. So we gotten some quests to move forward in to Lond Cirion, but they'll have to wait a little bit. We have in here. Seems we are approaching our destination. The huntsman. Mandela. What do you want? This is my query. I have been tracking this girl for many moons. Nothing you say can convince me to abandon my course. I shall claim the bounty. Bounty is not worth the effort.
You are here to help?
Please don't hurt me. The woman recoils at your approach, but you raise your hands in surrender. A cursed child, you say? I'm no child, but I have been running from hunters all my life. I was told the circumstances of my birth were extraordinary by Gerek. When my mother passed, he took me in, but I was treated poorly and subjected to horrible experiments for his own exoteric pursuits of knowledge. Apparently, my existence is akin to a curse upon Anfalas. When I grew older, I managed to escape and have been on the run since. I don't know whether I am cursed or not, but I'm done running. Would you help me gain my freedom? Okay, this was for the... the cursed child. Alright. So no, this was not the coursers, it seems. Well... this one is also intriguing, so let us go and check what else we can discover about that. Okay, so first things first.
This sash. It is unlike the ilk of corsair we see that typically trouble these shores.
Fortunately, it gives us our next clue.
Some new information has shed some light on these new happenings. I shall try to glean more information from the sash you brought back.
Recently, while out hunting, the folk have noticed a camp in the hills to the north. It has always been empty according to the reports, but there is evidence of recent use. As with all cases, this cannot be mere coincidence. It suggests that whoever we are dealing with will not be here for long. Currency capped? Marks of renewal? Really? Oh, come on. There's not a lot of things to spend them on, so...
What chance have you?
You returned to me empty-handed. I placed all my faith in you to prevent the doom of Anfalas. You informed Gerek that the woman must go free. Never! You have no idea what you have done. You will be the doom of us all. You doom us all? Yeah, I do want some explanations in here. I could use an explanation. We had no choice but to stop Gerek, the adult. Talk to Endela. I mean, both storylines are really intriguing. The Bile of Ifrinn on one hand is something that we've been following since Carndome. But this thing about the cursed child also sounds intriguing, once again. Really looking forward to learning more about that. There's a courser in there, but we can avoid him. Obscure note. Huh. The note is barely readable. Maybe Hadorion can make sense of it. You too. Oh, jeez. And I end up doing a lot of things today simultaneously. I already can see that. Let's see what we find here. You have discovered Springer's clothes. This is for Knicker-Brickers, it would seem. Insect Slayer of Outer Gondor. Just what I hoped, what I expected. Let's see if our bleats can take care of that guy. Nope, they couldn't. Not on their own. Oopsie, didn't saw the other one there. Didn't. I wasn't paying attention to my health. Could have done something there. I got overconfident. I thought, yeah, they're just knickerbrickers. Couldn't be that bad. And it turns out it can. Of course, luck doesn't help at all either. Christ! Come on! For God's sake, you're gonna die just because... Christ! Can't do anything. This isn't looking good. This is awful. Let me do something. Let me do anything. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, kill me now then. Is that what you want? Crap. You're too busy to do that right now. 2 minutes. How long did it take you to answer? Christ, this is the worst luck I've ever gotten. That's saying something. God, that was awful. I'm pissed right now. Really upset about this. I mean, the first time I died, yeah, that wasn't me. I wasn't paying attention, but that other one? I into one knickerbricker just because the game didn't want to work? Oh, bite me.
You are here to help?
I cannot thank you enough for what you have done. This is the start of something new. I have not been able to live peacefully without a shadow looming over me for quite some time. I am in your debt, good stranger. Farewell, strange traveler. Thank you. I don't know. I insist an explanation on here. On this one would have been great. What this one's this quest reminded me of a little bit was short story from the Witcher series. Oh my god, I don't remember the name, especially not in English because I have not read Witcher in English, but The Lesser Evil, yeah. The Lesser Evil, because on that one, it's very similar. Geralt gets told about this girl that has been cursed, supposedly, and he is being tasked with killing her, but Geralt doesn't want to kill her. Renfrey, her name is, and that story, the first time I read it, it blew me away for how complex and bittersweet it was. I mean, the story is so good, and it's such a crucial part to Geralt's character that it's not gratuitous the fact that it was chosen as the first episode of the Netflix series as well. I've only watched the first season of the Netflix series, so I'm not gonna comment a lot on that. But the premise of this one reminded me a little bit about that, with the curse and everything. I would have loved to hear more about that.
Written on this note is barely readable, but this last line here is of concern. It is time.
It seems we are out of time. Whatever they were planning to do, they plan to do soon. I think I might have everything I need to solve this case.
I have been trying to connect the clues and pieces of the puzzle. Our culprit is not of this realm, and is most likely making their escape.
Awesome.
Escape witnessed by our poor victim. They are hastened by worry. They are making mistakes.
Awesome, level 145. It's great. I have been trying to connect the clues and pieces of the puzzle. Our culprit is not of this realm and is most likely making their escape. An escape witnessed by our poor victim. They are hastened by worry. They are making mistakes. There is an old shipwreck to the southwest. I venture to guess that our culprit is going to try and make their escape by fashioning something seaworthy out of that wreck. We must make haste. We approach under the guise of night. Oh, this is gonna be an instance? Awesome, cool.
Beset by a sudden murder, I set out to capture the person responsible, and in so doing, revealed a much larger plot. One whose shadow is cast far and wide over land and sea. We shall bring this person to justice, one way or another.
I think we've been here already, right? No. No, this is a different wreck. Anyway.
Good, you are here. The shipwreck is over yonder, in the clearing. They make fast for an escape using scavenged parts from the shipwreck. We must be quick.
Indagir, yeah!
I have had just about enough of this land and its people. Every step of the way. One nuisance after the other. All for this thing. This Bile of Ifrinn. I've nearly lost all that I've left that wretched place with. But this will have to do. For the sea casts its shadow far and wide.
Your blight upon these lands ends here, whoever you are. You will not escape. Whatever it is you took from that apothecary will not see another dawn.
Your gallantry is to be praised, Ranger. You saw what happened to the poor man. And now that you've witnessed Khâsap, you too shall share his fate. For the sea shadow does not like loose ends.
Oh. Yeah, he's escaping, but the model was not updated. Anyway, that's not what's important now. What's important now is what Indagir told us in here. You will not escape on whatever it is you took from that. No. And now that you have witnessed Khâsap, what is Khâsap? I'm not sure. You too shall share his fate, for the sea shadows does not like loose ends. That's what's really important in here. Because you might remember last time we met Tumuldo and Nakasi. Last time we met them, they spoke about the sea shadow when they were also telling us about the kindred of the coins. And well, as part of the pre-release campaign for the expansion, you would remember the LOTRO team started to release one picture per day of all the members of the kindred of the coin, and they kept it with Asagath the Sea Shadow. That's the leader of the Kindred of the Coins. That's something that it was suggested by Tumuldo and Nakasi, but not outright confirmed, not until we got those pictures. So we do know who the Sea Shadow is. Beriathan doesn't know yet, but the plot thickens because something that we had also kind of figured out before, and that is the fact that what Indagir was doing in Karn Doom and getting the Bile of Ifrinn and everything was on the behest of the Coursers of Umbar. Not only the Coursers, but now we have the confirmation that Indagir is working for the Kindred. And so that's gonna be super interesting as soon as I can talk to Hadorion, for God's sake. Do I need to log out again? If I log out now, that's gonna reset the instance, and I don't want that. Christ. Well, the other thing that it's really curious is so what happened to that poor man, and now that you've witnessed Khâsap, but what or whose Khâsap? You too shall share his fate. I don't know. That's I think the true mystery here for this quest. Yeah, I think I'll need to log out and back in. I don't see another way. See you in a bit, I guess. God, that was awful. I got kicked out of the game. The launcher wasn't even working, so I had to wait God knows how much time before I could log back in. Yeah, girl, if I'm exasperated by all this already. But hopefully we won't have any more issues and we can end today's episode like we should, right? So let's talk to Hadorion now and see what comes next. Kalaniket is this place. Okay.
This Khâsap has gotten away, but now we know what his goal was. To deliver this Bile of Ifrinn.
Ah.
We must pursue him at all costs.
Meet me back at Barad Faen to discuss our options. Yeah, sure, but give me just a moment, because is that the answer? Was the Indagir a false name? Is that what that means? What's Khâsap? I don't know. So, if somebody knows, please let me know, because I'm a little bit lost here. Let us rid ourselves of this place. Yeah, I say the same thing. Good riddance to you. I will need some time to consider our options, Beriathan. Until then, I want you to seek passage across the seas. We now know that this Khâsap is prone to mistakes when pressured. I shall follow the trail to whatever ends. I will make contact with you when the time comes. I am grateful for your assistance here. So yeah, it seems Khâsap, it's Indagir's true name. It's more cursory if you ask me, but that was a little bit confusing. Anyway, now that that's finally done, can we please go back to the other quests we were doing? So we got the insect slayer deed when we started fighting the Necrobreakers. Not that many. But we still have a lot of work to do. At least it seems the lagging issues have been fixed. Oh, a rich deposit. I gotta grab that one. Okay, cool. Oh, by the looks of it, it seems we might be able to make it to Lond Cirion today. Could be. We'll just need to keep in mind not to be overconfident with the Knickerbreakers. I've learned my lesson, so that's not gonna happen again. Don't want a second chance against these guys. No! Stop it! Oh, come on! This doesn't need to be this hard, for God's sake. Stop it with the lagging. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, this is awful. This is the worst like I've had in ages. This is terrible. Oh, come on. I'm about to hit something. Jesus! This is... I'm speechless at how bad this is. Have discovered Loxhole. Okay. Please don't make this any more complicated than it needs to be. Oh my God. With this lag, there's no way I can fight two or more of these guys. That would not happen. I want to die again to lag. That's stupid. I'd rather bleed them all to death. Oh, I missed 2 charges of restorative shield work. That's not good, especially now with the lag. Trigger never surrender. Trigger never surrender, for God's sake. And move. God awful thing. Is that it, for God's sake? Oh. Can we enter the cave? Yeah. Well, it seems these links will not aggro on us. That will give us some time. So we can at least explore the cave, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be that special. Where do we need to go now? To oh no! I fell. How do I get back up? Oh, no. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted to do. I got distracted. Is there a way for me to go back up? Like this little slope in here? Yeah. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay. So we can make our way back to Lendir. Seems to be it. Yeah, let me turn this one in. It seems after this we would be going to Lond Cirion at long last, but I don't know. I mean, I have the feeling I feel as if I'm missing something, but I don't know where this feeling is coming from because this is the very first time I come in here. I have no idea what kind of quests are available in here. And as far as I have seen, we have explored this, the Anfalas very thoroughly. I don't see us missing any quest, but I don't know, I have just this feeling that there's some missing piece of the puzzle. Maybe it's me and wanting a better explanation for that cursed child side quest, and maybe there will be a follow-up to this at some point. Maybe it was something else, who knows?
Yes?
This should suffice. We are not so defenseless ourselves. But with the numbers along the road sufficiently reduced, we should manage on our own. Thank you, traveler, for your much needed assistance. Alright, thank you for waiting and sorry for the brief pause. I had someone at the door. Nothing too major, but I still needed to answer the door. Anyway, what an accidented episode this has been. I'm still mad about the lag. Oh, and I'm still getting the friggin' lag. Christ. This thing has been so awful that I'm already willing to call it a night and go do something else. Something that would actually work. Let me just get to Lond Cirion and Yeah, let us advance just a little bit, but I am so fed up with this. Oh, for God's sake. For God's friggin' sake. This is not worth it. I was really looking forward to playing a little bit more tonight, but not like this. Forget it. Not doing it. Oh my God. I just want to get to the entrance of the friggin' city. I cannot do it if you're setting me back every 20 steps. I'm gonna call it a night. It's a shame because Lond Cirion looks, especially here at sunset, looks amazing. Wow, the sunsets in Anfalas are really something else. What I'm not so sure about is I don't think we can actually cross into Andrast? I don't think we can. Just want to see how far we can go. Now entering Thingast. Alright, no, we can cross this bridge because this is not the bridge that will take us to Andrast. And this is a bridge that we'll need to cross eventually, but not today, it seems. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let us then enter Lond Cirion. If you were paying attention, you would have seen King Elessar and Orgolas here at the entrance. So we are ready to continue with the epic as well. Orgolas leaps around excitedly.
Here we are.
Now, you've probably seen impressive places on your journey across Gondor, and Minas Tirith is of course very large. But my teachers say that Lond Cirion is older than all of them. Let me show you around, King Elessar. Dairam clears his throat and calls for your attention.
Master Orgolas is very excited, but you and the king should first present yourselves to the Lady Mara.
It would be proper. She will be inside the hall. Okay, and the hall is not so far, really. What do we have in here? Okay. Rosen. We have Stable Master.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
Okay, so we have all the stables in Outer Gondor as well. And here we have the Umbar tasks, which I might... yeah, I think I'm gonna stop in here and do the Umbar tasks before continuing. I think I'm gonna call it a day in here. This is just Wenda for the VIP items, so yeah, was a little bit thrown off by her. So we still gotta go a little bit further south than this, but this gives me the perfect chance to stop in here, do some tasks off camera, of course, so that I don't take so much more of your time. And I'll see you on the next one when hopefully the game will be working as it's supposed to. I'm still really mad about all that happened today, but hopefully next one will be better. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.